Welcome everyone to this video, where we'll be discussing the highlights of the WWE Raw episode from October 16th. The show kicked off with Sami Zayn, who is now flying solo, coming out for a promo with a mix of emotions. He expressed his happiness for Kevin Owens getting an opportunity on SmackDown, but at the same time, he lamented the fact that this means he can't team up with Owens to try and regain the titles, the same titles he originally won from Jey Uso. Sami also shared his aspirations of becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. Then came the Judgment Day, who delivered their customary promo. Jey Uso rushed down to the ring to offer his assistance. Sami appeared torn, unsure of how to react, and eventually walked away. Later on, Sami confronted Jey about the situation, expressing his appreciation for the help, but also pointing out that it should have been Kevin Owens standing by his side. Sami emphasized that Owens is no longer here because of Jey's actions. Jey walked away, but Sami chased after him to offer an apology. For the first match of the evening, Shinsuke Nakamura and Ricochet faced off in a Falls Count Anywhere match, giving it their all. Shinsuke Nakamura secured the victory with a pinfall following his Kinshasa. While Nakamura emerged victorious, Ricochet particularly stood out in this match, showcasing his shooting star press from the stands. In another segment, Seth Rollins engaged in a promo with Drew McIntyre, questioning why Drew was seen talking with Rhea Ripley backstage the previous week. Seth proposed a theory that Drew is so afraid of failure that he's aligning himself with the Judgment Day to avoid experiencing failure again. Drew countered by bringing up his past title match loss due to the Bloodline's interference, to which Seth told him to overcome the Bloodline issues. Drew passionately explained that he defeated Brock Lesnar with no one in attendance and carried the company when there were no fans to witness it. However, his chance to lead the company again in front of fans was taken away because of the Bloodline. Seth retorted by stating that he had spent 4 years fighting his way back to the top, successfully achieving it. He emphasized that Drew can't make the same climb because he's too preoccupied with blaming others. Seth confidently predicted that when he defeats Drew at Crown Jewel, Drew will have no one to blame but himself. This segment was excellently executed, effectively building anticipation for their title match and contributing to the gradual transformation of Drew's character. In the backstage area, Jade Cargill encountered Becky Lynch and made a reference to the championship belt. Lynch replied by telling her to wait in line like everyone else. Still backstage, Drew McIntyre crossed paths with Sami Zayn and expressed his surprise at how easily he forgave Jey Uso. Zayn reminded him of Rollins' words, "McIntyre needs to forget about the Bloodline." McIntyre retorted by saying that Zayn doesn't know what it means to be a heavyweight world champion. The Canadian then provoked him by challenging him to a match next week, a challenge that the Scotsman accepted. Rhea Ripley defeated Shayna Baszler by disqualification. Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, and Zoe Stark all entered the match to engage in a brawl, and Stark struck Ripley, resulting in the disqualification. The fight continued after the match, and following it, Stark was the sole one left standing in the ring. This chaos surrounding the WWE Women's World Championship injects some life into the Raw Women's roster. There was also an Intercontinental Championship match where Gunther defeated Big Bronson Reed by pinfall. It was a true heavyweight match, marked by exceptionally hard chops and a beautifully executed powerslam by Bronson Reed, almost as swift as those by Randy Orton. Gunther ultimately delivered his powerbomb to secure the victory. It was another fantastic match featuring Gunther. In the backstage area, Adam Pearce was interrupted by Rhea Ripley. She voiced her complaints about her treatment, but Pearce asserted himself and announced that she would defend her Women's World Championship at Crown Jewel against Zoe Stark, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, and Shayna Baszler in a fatal 5-way match. In other matches of the evening, Ludwig Kaiser defeated Johnny Gargano by pinfall. Piper Niven also won her match against Natalya by pinfall. Now, onto the main event. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso defended the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Championships against former champions Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Dominic Mysterio intervened to try to distract the champions, but Sami Zayn appeared to attack them. Chaos ensued, and Priest took advantage by delivering a low blow to Cody, followed by a razor's edge through the announcer's table. Jey found himself alone against Balor and Priest but resisted and eventually regained the upper hand by hitting them both with a spear. Suddenly, Jimmy Uso appeared out of nowhere and attacked Jey with a super kick. Then Balor capitalized by executing his coup de grace and securing the final pinfall, granting the titles to the Judgment Day. The group gathered on the ramp to celebrate together, concluding this episode of WWE Raw with fireworks. That covers the important moments of this episode of Raw. It's worth noting that the Judgment Day once again secured the tag team titles, thanks to Jimmy Uso's intervention. I'm eagerly looking forward to what the future holds for Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. Additionally, I thoroughly enjoyed the excellent match between Gunther and Bronson Reed. What did you think of this episode of Raw? Let me know in comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and take care.